know why it happened. It just fucking happened. So you can share.
Are we
it
live
around.
again or
We're
no?
live again. So
Well, hell, it's not showing up saying we're
yeah,
live.
yeah. Like again, I don't. It is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be tonight. So I just
Okay, it just popped up and said we're live.
There we go.
fucking.
I'm ready for life.
Got it, boy.
It fucking sucks, but
Jacob
it just-
talked.
technology, man. It never
Do what
works
now?
when you want it to work. So
Seth, repeat that, please.
No, man, I had to listen to you talk for like 2 minutes, and I was like, wow, this is boring.
Oh, thanks.
Just teasing.
Go back to being quiet now, then.
No, don't ever do that.
yes.
Don't ever be quiet, Jacob. Don't do it. Ugh. So, Jacob, you got a flat tire. How'd you get one of those?
Fuck, dude, I don't know.
You
Just
run
driving.
On
Dude, the
his
whole
way home
tire
from
was
Burger King.
the whole fucking tire was fucking like the back side of the tire all around was fucking shredded, and then on the front side, like half the top, where half of the tire was just. It looks like Mark's anus after.
Prolapse, Mark.
Prolapse.
Hey,
My
Mary.
mom.
Oh shit!
Oh, look at this! Look at this fucking piece of shit here. Pro Wash, Missouri. That motherfucker.
Man, what's up, dude?
Lewis Coates.
Fucking Lewis Coates.
I was just thinking about him the other day, man. I think
What
it was
the
like
fuck?
2 or 3 days ago. Something popped up in my news feed with Lewis. We're not friends on Facebook anymore, but some shit popped up that we had him tagged in.
Shit, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen him.
Yeah. He must be busy, so that's a good thing.
No, he said he just doesn't like you. No I'm kidding.
Opinions vary.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
It all
is
depends
what
on the
it
mood
is.
you catch me in if you like me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. It is what it is, If Mark don't say it's cool, then it ain't cool, man. That's all I know. So if Mark thinks I'm cool, I'm fucking cool.
I
That's
think
all
he's
got.
my main man, cool breeze, colder than the other side of the pillow.
There you go. So it must be true, man.
Right?
It must be true.
Mark said you've been using so much of that purple soap, you look like fucking Grimace.
Hey, Lewis, man, good for you, brother. I'm glad. I figured that's what it was. You're just super busy, so I'm happy for you, man. Me too, dude. That's
good.
my problem. I'm fucking tired, man. Like, the one good thing about all my woes lately, personally, is the fact that there are no shortage of people that want me to clean their windows still. People still like me, you know what I mean? Even though I don't have a Google listing right now.
What the fuck happened with that?
Apparently there was
Google
some
bullshit.
kind of deal with the Google My Business app, so there must have been some kind of hackering going on. So they sent me an email. This is according to Seth. Now, me and Seth recorded another podcast, but you guys don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not. Me and Mark are.
You guys
involved in
aren't
that
cool
shit.
enough to be on that show. But
That's
one of
okay.
these
Me and
days,
Jacob-
me and Seth are going to release those podcasts.
Yeah,
but
well, guess what? Me and Jacob are doing our own podcast, Ronald McDonald and the Grimace, sponsored by Purple Soap.
You look
Purple
more
Soap.
like the Hamburglar.
I don't understand. Hey, man, I don't understand your fucking, like, your big problem with Purple Soap. I don't understand it.
Okay,
I've been using it all week, man.
To discuss Purple Soap, we'll discuss Purple
Yeah,
Soap.
we can discuss
Okay,
Purple Soap.
so-
But you can
I'm
you
going to
can
use it tomorrow.
continue roasting Jacob for the moment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was
All right.
I was
How about
actually
this?
going to finish
How
a
about
point
this?
there, but
I'll
please
be-
continue.
I'll be the Grimace. I'll take the punch on the chin. I'll be the Grimace.
Oh,
and
you can't be
Mayor
Grimace.
I can't be Grimace?
No, you can't be Grimace. You got to
Dude.
be like someone cool, like one of the
Well,
Fry
you can't
guys.
be- Okay, so let me finish this. I'll be the Grimace as long as Jacob is Mayor McDick Cheese.
Make dick cheese. Oh,
You got to be only
Jesus
right
Christ.
cheese, Jeff.
It's really 5 years doing this podcast. It's really I don't even know why we don't do better numbers. I don't know. I mean it never it could be me and Mark's shining demeanor and all the wonderful nice things that we both say.
Right,
Because I can't blame it on Seth and Jacob because neither one of them talk a whole bunch. You know
Well,
what I mean?
anytime I
So
try to talk, you tell me
it
to
can't
shut
be
the
their
fuck
fault.
up.
The last
Yeah,
two I
shut the
talked,
fuck
and
up.
then TJ goes, "Oh, well, you can just talk over Mark the whole time." Damn it. Mark's always talking. You have to talk over him if you want to get anything in.
Listen, man. I'm not in any way apparent. Did you watch my review of Purple Soap, Mark?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I did.
you know
So
my
let me
thoughts
back
on
the
it.
truck
You know
up.
my
Let's
thoughts
start
on
with
it.
this. Yes, and I agree with a lot of what you said.
Mm.
So Monday morning, first thing, I'm the kind of guy that if I'm going to use a new product like a soap, okay, I'm like freaking. I rinse out all my tools. I wipe my buckets out. I'm
Right.
like, I'm going to give this a review. My
did the
first
same.
notice was, like you said, it's Italian. There's no mix
Italian.
ratio in the bottle, right? Right. So I'm
Both
like,
fondue.
okay, no mix ratio.
Yeah.
Let's give it a healthy squirt like I would.
If you're
of
watching
any
this,
other
give us a like. Keep going,
Right.
Mark.
So
Thumbs up.
we had rain all last week.
Okay.
Okay. Florida's
Same.
been fucking dry as the desert for the last 4 months.
It's been
We had
nice
rain-
and wet here.
Right.
Dry as a grandma's vagina.
Right. Exactly. So, I put the purple soap in. The first thing I noticed, not a lot of smell. I appreciate that. Nice amount of suds. I appreciate that.
It does have a scent, but you can't. It's not
much.
wafting in
It's
your
not
face
real
all day.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing
So
I
ammonia.
notice is it's got really good glide to it.
Mhm.
Okay. No ammonia, nothing else.
Mhm.
I brought the bottle with me in case I didn't put enough. I could add a little more.
Mhm.
And one of my first accounts was a breakfast restaurant with cut-ups on the doors.
Okay.
I noticed that the soap was bleeding back about a ½ inch on every one of those cut-ups, okay? That aggravated me a little bit. Then I noticed some bleed back on the frames and bleed back on the vinyl decals, but I always have to wipe vinyl decals.
Right.
I finished that mall, which had about 16 stores in it, went to the next mall, I cleaned the Whole Foods. It wasn't bleeding back at the Whole Foods, so I go, okay. But I noticed, like any other soap, and like you said, it's nice and viscous. It's not thin as the water. I noticed I still needed to scrub handprints. At that point, I go over to the ammonia, which made it even more slippery and made it take handprints off, just like Joy or Dawn or any of those listed soaps.
Can you put ammonia in this soap? I don't think you can.
I did. Oh, yeah.
Does it make a nauseous gas?
No.
Maybe that's why it didn't work right.
Well, I actually poured it in and stood back to make sure.
Okay. I was gonna start. I was gonna start using ammonia with it next week just to see.
Yeah.
I didn't have the bleed back issues that you had.
Well, okay, so now
on the second use, because the first use I put way too much in the bucket and I was getting it wasn't pulling like it should pull. There was no matter how you started it, even the way I clear out the tops, I had to go back across again.
Well, see, I put it in like this: a good healthy squirt, got it all mixed up in the bucket, and then if the soap isn't connecting on the glass, meaning it's opening up and leaving spots that don't look like have soap, I added more soap. So I'm kind of figuring that's where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Again, I liked everything about it other than the bleed back. So
Quick
I sent
question.
out what?
Someone's asking. Austin wants to know what bleed back is.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know what that means either.
Okay. Now, I live in a very humid environment, so you might never have bleed back. Bleed back is when you squeegee off a window. Let's say it's a 12-inch square cut up, right? I still
That
call
one
it,
window I do at
Residual
Burger King.
moisture.
it'll halo. The water will roll back off of the frames, even though you squeegeed it, and it joins back onto the glass, so it leaves a halo effect around the window. Okay, that's what I call bleed back. We have that problem in Florida because of the humidity, but it's generally only when it's really humid and hot out. It was in the mid 70s, but it was still very damp out because of the rain.
Swagger Wagger got some wild ass videos on his YouTube. He used to play
Yeah,
Destiny.
I seen that video where he was.
I used to play Destiny too, which is super crazy that he played Destiny. I'm and we never ran. We probably ran into each other a couple times. But anyways, keep going.
So
Back to purple.
I used it all day long. I found that the bleed back problem as the day went was pretty much subsiding, and then it was a regular dish soap type of soap.
I think it does a little better on handprints than regular dish soap, though.
It could very well, but dude, Dawn is rapes Dawn is known to dissolve grease on ducks. They put it on ducks. You see the
Right.
duck.
I'm not.
You know,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not saying that it's. I mean,
I think
clearly
it's
I
as
stated
good-
that it's not better than dish soap. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm as far as window cleaning soaps go.
Yeah, it's the best one.
It's the best window cleaning soap there is that I've tried.
If I'm going to compare it to Glass Gleam 3, Glass Gleam 4,
You always
the
have to add shit to that.
Yeah, the Unger green soap.
You
I
always have to
prefer
add something
purple
to
soap.
it.
Exactly. So,
to get it to slip, to get it, you know what I mean? Like, this shit is like the closest to dish soap you're gonna get.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So my only issue, and this is like I said it in the review, it's $20 for that bottle. It's like an 18-ounce bottle, wouldn't you say, Mark?
Yes.
An 18-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
There's no fluid weight. There's no directions on the back panel of how much to use or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's fragile. It's made in Italy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about what's going on here. You know what I mean? I just squirted it in there. But $19
expensive.
That's expensive. And I caveat there. It's probably that expensive because it's from Italy and it's being imported. It's an imported soap, so there's probably some duties and some fees on top of that that have to be taken care of right out of the back. So I don't know if maybe the back end might be a little high, so they bring it in for what they can bring it in. You know what I mean? It's all depends on what the manufacturer wants for the soap. You know. Well,
the first thing I said to Alex was, and if anyone hasn't realized,
did you contact Alex straight away?
Right away, not only to thank him, but to give him my review, because I don't do videos, right?
Right.
The first thing on my...
You don't do... Yes, you do videos. You do videos. What's up? There's my cousin Terry. What's up? Everybody subscribe to my cousin Terry, if you're watching this. But anyways, bro.
So my first thing that I said to Alex...
No, listen, wait. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you something. I know you don't do videos. Seth don't do videos. Jacob really don't do videos. However, you do the Squeegee Life podcast. You are sent things because
yes,
I get sent things.
Yes.
I do, of course, the standard YouTube review. But
review.
You guys still do videos. You do this video, so your opinion is.
So you're right. I didn't think of that, but I want to say,
you know what I mean? Your opinion matters.
I feel that if WCR goes to the trouble of boxing something up and sending it to me, the minimum thing I'm going to do, aside from thanking them,
for sure,
is at least tell them my review.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Which is going to get repeated.
You should go to the website.
The first thing I noticed about the bottle of soap, Austin made a comment about it, is if packaging sells product, that shit's a home run. It's a beautiful bottle. It's a beautiful label.
Yep.
Everything about it is good. Okay, the price point is higher. It's a premium grade soap specifically for window cleaning. The only thing I'm waiting to test, because it's been very cloudy here, is how does it do in the sun with a ratio that works for me? That's the next question, which I have not been able to fulfill that. But I used it again today on some city furnitures, and I was like, man, this stuff really does a good job. And
I used it yesterday and today in direct sunlight, and it
was good.
It does stay wetter a little longer than dish soap and ammonia does.
Well, I will say this,
but the ammonia is going to flash. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the ammonia dries out, but I will say this: when we discuss Glass Gleam 3 and 4, those soaps do keep the window wet for a long period of time. There's no doubt about that. They don't take off handprints as well as I would like. But I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 overall, I would give it an 8. I have no complaints about it. It's only an 8.
I gave it a 9 out of 10, but I'm basing it.
The price point drags it down for me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm basing it solely on all the other additives, soap or water additives.
Yeah.
Like window cleaning soaps that I've tried. Yeah. Like I had a dude send me a bottle of stuff that he makes, and it was okay.
Well, I want you to put some ammonia in it, because I did that today and I like it.
Okay.
I put.
But I'm gonna be I gotta be totally honest. about I'm gonna buy, when I'm gonna go right back to dish soap as soon as that bottle's gone. I'm probably not gonna buy another
No,
bottle.
I'm tell you what I'm going to do.
$20
I'm gonna keep the
$20
bottle.
is
I'm
$20,
gonna-
man.
I'm
You know what I
keeping
mean?
the bottle and I'm putting Dawn in it because I like
Yeah,
the
the
bottle.
bottle's really nice. And that's not like I don't. That sounds terrible because it's really good soap, but it's just $20.
Yeah,
It's $20.
yeah.
If you're making a 5-gallon bucket worth of water, how much are you putting in?
I don't even measure. It's like this.
I
Like
squirt it.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what I do. too,
Sometimes
but
I
feel like
over squirt and I'm like,
too much.
shit. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna add more water to it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I make like a mix in the morning and then just
Yeah.
bring a 5-gallon bucket with me and then just dump it
Like,
in my little
a guy
my
used to
little
work
my
with-
little
had one of
sand
those-
pail.
He had one of those squeeze bottles that you squeeze it and it goes into the other chamber, and he'd be like, "I'm like, what are you, a fucking scientist? Dump the goddamn soap."
Oh, I'm a
Just
window
like
cleaner.
when
That's why I need a squeeze bottle.
added ammonia to the water when he and I went window cleaning together, and he's just fucking dumping it in there. And Jennifer stayed in the kitchen. She's like, "My eyes are watering. What is that?"
Yeah. I'm gonna melt the frames.
Dude, literally.
I-
We had to
like
use
a
the
half
kitchen
of a
water
gallon
because
of
it was
ammonia.
like 12 degrees outside, so we had to get hot water.
Right. Right. So no, I think I give it 8 out of 10. As of right now, I love it with ammonia. It's slick. You put a new rubber on with that
Oh.
soap, you see it, man.
Yeah.
It's like. So yeah, it's good stuff. I'm not saying at $20 I won't buy it. I'll probably throw a bottle in every couple orders because
Right.
I like it. You
Yeah.
know, I like it. I do.
How
Yeah.
long do you think it's gonna last you? Based off of how you use
That's what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna clean with it I'm gonna keep dudes up to date. My next video I'll tell you how much soap I got, what I think about it working in direct sunlight. I'll add a little bit of that in there because the last couple days have been nice here and sunny and the glass has been warm, so
Yeah, I would say based on me starting it on Monday and I've used it through Thursday and I've done a good bit of window cleaning this week, I've probably used a quarter of the bottle. So it's probably going to last 3.5 weeks, I would say, 3 weeks. I do change my water pretty frequently because I have, we have the skid marks. So
yeah.
why would you clean with dirty water?
Yeah. I always have 50 gallons of super clean purified water on my truck at all
Do you
times.
guys
You know what I mean?
use purified water? I
Yeah.
just fill it up in my sink at the shop. I never think.
No, I
don't do that purposefully, but it's just convenient.
Yeah.
It's,
No, like-
it's
Yeah,
right there.
that's
You
true.
know what I mean? It's
like
just
on
right
Monday,
there.
when I was using
Michael
it, when
Medina,
I finished
dude.
this mall, I was dumping my bucket out because I cleaned up one new account that was filthy. I dumped the bucket and I turn around and right
I'm a
up
fucking
against
idiot.
the wall of the spigot. So
What's up,
obviously, if
Michael?
the water's convenient, I take it from there.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, sometimes I'll be filling my skid up and like running the other side of the hose into my bucket. It just most of the time I'll start out with tap water and then end the day with purified water, just because the water gets dirty. At some point, I'm going to dump it out. I mean, I get this time of year, I get maybe like a 1/16 of an inch of dust on the bottom of my bucket, like sand and limestone dust.
Dude, I'll tell you the one thing that you said that I never thought of that disappointed me after you said it doesn't turn the bubbles purple. I wish the bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, I was a
that would be
little,
cool.
Magic tricks.
Yeah.
Upset, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't upset, but it would have been fucking super cool if if it turned the water purple. I would have been or the suds. That'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone that ordered a Squeegee Life hat should have received them. Right here, I'm sporting the black on black Squeegee Life hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
TJ
That's
has
from Mark.
the gray and white.
Seth, you wearing
If you
one
didn't
too?
order them,
I got one on right now.
Oh, cool.
I'm sure there'll be another time very soon.
Yeah.
TJ will keep you updated.
I got Mark one. Mark's got one. I bought Mark one. Do you like him? Do you like the hat, Jacob?
Yeah, man, they're nice.
Cool. And you like
I
them too?
I bought 3 of each. I bought the 3. One of
Yeah.
each color.
Do you-
I'm gonna let my son pick one out. Let him have one. And
Do you,
whatever two I got
Seth?
left.
What did you think about them? I liked them.
I like it. I specifically wear a different hat when I power wash so I don't burn this one out.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. This is my window cleaning hat only.
Right? Yeah.
There you go.
I got Mark one, a black one. That's what Mark. I think it's a black one or a blue one. I don't know. I got extra ones because I gave one away. I think I owe. And dude. That Michael Medina feller just reminded me. I owe Justin Vangan a fucking T-shirt. Oops. I'm gonna do that right now.
It happens.
I'm gonna do that. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna send this dude a shirt. I'm such a fucking retard, dude. And he and I even talked about it too. I was like, because I sent him a shirt. It says it was delivered, but he says I never got. There was no shirt.
I'm retarded.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, hey man, I'll send you another one. Well, that must have been at like midnight because I never sent that dude another shirt. So I'm gonna have to send him a hoodie and a T-shirt for being a fuck up. My bad, bro. If you're watching this, my bad, bro.
Dog.
I've never seen him. I don't know if he's somebody in here, but Michael Medina is. Isn't that the dude that didn't he?
The concrete guy.
The concrete guy. Yeah.
He was in here. He commented in the chat. Said, "What's up, everyone?"
Oh, he was watching.
Yeah, I don't do well with remembering shit. If I don't put it in my cell phone camera on my calendar, I fucking forget everything. My calendar is awesome, but on the iPhone, you just add shit to it. You just take the contact and put it on there. It's so easy. I remember everything that way.
Well, then, you have an iPhone?
Yeah, you know how many pads of paper I have? Look, this is like I have like.
I mean, you could put like notes and it'll pop up and like remind you.
Like I have notepads with this is like the hats. Like I have notepads like just shit I've written everywhere. No idea what any of it has anything to do with anything. Like it's numbers, it's people's addresses and shit. And I'll be like, "What's your address?" Like. I'm fucking terrible.
Dog, we gotta get you
shit.
on Google Docs, like Google.
Yes, dude. I'm so. I need learnt on that.
My package that you sent me showed up Friday, and I was in Nashville. My mother-in-law called and said, "There's 2 packages here for you." I got another package and the one from you. Well, another package. She's like, "Who is Nekub?"
Yeah, it's just Nekub. It was like last podcast. I think you got that day or the day after.
Nekub Williams.
Yeah, she's like, "Who is Nekub Williams?" Like, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. We don't know who that is. Nobody knows who that is.
Going for a turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I've had this customer on the lakeshore for forever. Even before I owned the business, I've been doing this guy's house on the outside. And, it was at the time when I started doing his house, there was his house on one end and 2 other houses on the other end. And then there was like 6 lots in between, but they've filled these lots up. Like there's 2, like these houses are so big, they bought 2 lots.
Yep,
There's 3 new houses.
Yeah,
Boom,
yeah,
boom, boom. Yeah. I went and did his house today. I do his neighbors that I've had for a few years, and then like the other 3, I don't know if it must have just been the time of day. I was just the time of year, and we just never have crossed paths before. I don't know, but every single house I picked up, I got all of them.
Nice.
The guy from next door, or the woman from next door, come over and she introduced herself. I've given her a card before, and she's like, "Hey, have I talked to you before?" I was like, "I've given you 3 cards," and she just kind of looked at me like kind of weird and shit, and she's like, "Well, would you be interested in doing my windows?" I'm like, "Yeah, $225." You know what I mean? It's it's not too big of a house. It's been there. It's one of the ones on the ones that have been there. You know what I mean?
One of the older houses.
Yeah. So I talked to her. We get everything straightened out, and then she's like, "Well, maybe you want to do the neighbors," and that's one of the fucking big bitches. So she texts them, and then they come out, and then the dude next door to him was already out in the backyard with his dog, and it just kind of like this conglomeration of, "Can you do my windows?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So how cool is that,
It's awesome. I love when it goes like that.
Ain't that weird though? Like you spend that much time cleaning windows in one spot, and these motherfuckers never say a word to you, and then you end up with everybody on the street, on the lake side of the street.
Sometimes it's that
usually- Go ahead.
the repeat seeing you, and then they like see what you're doing, and they're like, "Oh, it's not so
Right.
bad." And they look out one day, and their windows are terrible. They're like, "Oh,
Right.
I should should get that guy.
Window cleaning is an impulse thing. Like if I'm working on a route and someone comes up and goes, "Hey, do you do houses?" and I usually send, Scott or Mark, and I'm like, "Yeah," and I go, "Here's this guy's number. You got to strike now. If you let this wait a day, they're not going to want to do it. They're doing it now as an impulse because they don't have anybody. So strike on it hard, give them a fair price, and you'll get the job. And you could probably do it, more than once." But I had a lady it was like 2 weeks ago. I clean a storefront twice a month. It's $30, and she's like, "Okay, so you come here twice for $30. I have a 1,500 square foot house." And she's like, "So I'm figuring it'll be what, like $50?" And I'm like, "No, man, that's not the way this works." I go, you get done while all your neighbors get done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already here, and I clean your windows and the other 5 storefronts surrounding you. So I go, we have a $100 minimum on houses. I go, I'm not telling you it's going to be at a minimum or maximum. Well, I sent Mark and Scott there, and they looked at it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's a $100 job." She refused to do it. I'm like, "Have a good day." Whatever.
That happens, man.
Yeah.
I have this street that everybody from Florida comes back now every year. It's like 55 plus community. Every house is like 2,300 square feet.
Yeah.
It was built like 4 years ago. I've been working on the same 2 streets for like 3 years. And I think there's 73 homes. I think I probably do about 20 of them every year, like between power washing and window cleaning, whatever. Doing it forever. This guy stopped me and he's like, "Hey, do you do group rates?" I'm like, "Okay." So I talked to him. I'm like, "All right, it's if you get 5 houses, they wanted house washing now, and then when pollen season's over, they want to do the windows." And everybody who asks for group rates, it ends up being a nightmare. Everybody wants a certain time, all this stuff. So I give them this basic thing. I kind of just not blew them off, but just was like, yeah, 5, it's $350, 10, it's 300, and 15 plus, it's $275. Well, the guy sends me back an email like 2 days later with a spreadsheet of everybody's house who wants to go, how they're going to leave payment, remove all the stuff from their decks. Like, he got 22 or 21 houses for me to do for like a 2-day period of washing. And I'm like, "You're sure everyone signed up? Like, everyone's good?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I've been talking to everybody." I'm like, "All right, sounds good. I'll see you next week." So
let's roll.
Yeah, but I've been in that neighborhood for years and no one's ever asked me that. So sometimes just being in the same place a bunch of times sparks that that thing. They see your trailer, they see you there all the time. Right. Oh, you do their house, this house. It just kind of works that way.
Well, I just happened to be shooting a video.
Sick.
So I had my tripod up and the time lapse running and shit, and she just popped over and it just fucking just. I wish I'd have just been regular recording and had my microphone on, because that'd have been great for the YouTube
interaction
channel.
Would have been cool.
Yeah. Because it was definitely a strange. Because I approached it in the TJ manner, I talked to her and kind of busted her balls a little bit about me. I've given you 3 cards. You know what I mean? Like, you ask me every summer. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this time she sent me a text, called me and sent me a text message too. She's like, "Here's my contact info," because she wanted to get them done. And she's like, "Then my spider spray guy," and I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm not going to do this lady's windows for the first time, and then these fucking guys show up and spray spider spray all over the windows. So I'm like, how about you just hit me up? I'll add you to my calendar. I'll say 2 weeks, and you let me know when they come, and then we'll do them then. So that's the way I got them also, because they're all waiting on spider spray. They'll get sprayed by the same guys, so that means they're most likely all going to get sprayed at the same time. He's going to do all the houses at the same time.
What do they spray for spider spray?
I don't know what that shit is.
Insecticide or what?
Some kind of insecticide. I don't know if anybody deals with spider spray.
We don't. I've never heard of it.
Well, I can tell you right.
It's sticky as shit.
It's super popular here on the shores of Lake Erie, because this is spider central, man. There's spiders.
I can tell you this. I've never
fucking where
dealt
on
with
the
that,
windows
but
here.
you put some of that ammonia in a spray bottle, it'll wipe spider nests out.
Yeah. Well, that does. As far as cleaning it goes, I've got that mastered. If you spray the amount, I'm gonna have to. What I'll do is when I go to do that woman's house, I'll be double sure to take my camera out and start showing the shit, the spider spray on glass. I need to get that a couple times, because I'm telling you, man, That is the most bogus shit in the world, spider spray, dude. It's so bogus, dude. But it will.
Yeah.
The windows are torched. You know what I mean? Because they're spraying all 90-degree angles trying to keep the spiders from.
yeah,
They
you know what I
probably
mean?
spray it out of one of those big tanks that shoots
Yeah,
like 40
yeah,
feet,
just like
so-
you would
Yeah.
with
Pest control, yeah.
any other kind of pest control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just they
they're
use
just-
a. I'm not exactly sure what chemical they use, but it's effective if done properly. But some of these dudes just are kind of hacks, man. And
You know, it used to be bleach back in the 60s and 70s. Killing spiders was bleach. People just
I
sprayed
believe-
bleach everywhere and left it.
Yeah.
So they killed stuff. Well, like, I know I live on the coast, but there's an area of the town I live in called
oh
the
yeah,
Ponds of
Jeremy,
Plymouth.
that's fucking dope, bro.
And there's like 30 or 40 like little ponds, and it's all
Mhm.
pine trees. And it's like this time of year, everyone starts calling. It's just spiders everywhere, man. And it's just like just pond scum and crap and
You're
pine
right.
needles.
Name brand, it don't the shit. I mean, it barely fucking works. There's this giant body of fresh water teeming with life. There's fucking bugs aplenty. You're not gonna get rid of the spiders, man. you know what I mean? The best
Yeah.
way to get rid of the spiders is routine maintenance. That spider spray is just I rarely see it work, and it's usually a homeowner. Like in fact, the dude's house that I was doing today, that led me to this, does his own spider spray, and he bought this shit from I don't know where,
Yeah.
and sprayed it all over his house. It took me forever to get that shit off the windows. I couldn't record because he was there. This was like 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago. Man, it was 2020 during the the pandemic. And he did all his own shit that year, and it was not good, dude.
Yeah.
I corrected a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
That's when you just tell them like I got to power wash first before I clean these windows. You got to
Right.
get a house wash with it.
Does that stuff rinse away, or you got to get on it?
It all depends on how long it's sat there, and how heavy it's sprayed on the glass.
Spiders here
Yeah.
are bad. Like
I've
literally,
had
I power
mar-
washed the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next day, the fucking spider webs and the spiders were back. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I've had to break out the polisher a couple of times, dude.
Yeah.
To get spider spray stains off of glass.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like another one of my customers that lives on Johnson's Island, he fucking did his own spider spray, and he's like, my buddy gave me this shit. He said, do it like this, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, did he tell you to mix it with water? And he's like, oh, you're supposed to mix it. I'm like, yeah, dude, they were torched.
Yeah.
The whole one side of the house, I washed them 4 or 5 times, bladed them. I couldn't get the haze off, but a little bit of tanner polish.
Spider.
It came off. Spider spray.
But did it kill the spiders at all?
Oh yeah, the spiders were dead. I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
there's been a spider on that house in 4
Yeah.
years.
It made it a toxic waste.
It's a toxic wasteland, dude. That's fucking Chernobyl for spiders,
I
bro.
don't know why when you live on the water anyways you want to get rid of all those spiders, man. It keeps down all the bugs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I guess you don't want them everywhere, but
Right.
I also don't want fucking flies and mosquitoes everywhere.
Well, I think you'd think otherwise if you lived on the shores of a big lake like that, and your neighbors don't ever trim the bushes because it's a vacation home. You know what I mean? And it's like a forest. You're like, you know what I mean? Like people don't. Not everybody's yard is well maintained, and some houses you can't. They're like alive. There's so many It's like in a cocoon.
You ever go to a house and you're like, I've only had this a handful of times, and granted, you guys do a lot more residential than I do, but you ever go to a house that...
What did he say? Well, residential's for guys that tape themselves back. Is that what he said on Facebook, Jacob?
At some point, he probably did say that.
Well, it was just
Yeah.
it was Jersey posted a question like I think it was 2 days ago.
Residential
Mark's
or commercial, yeah.
like, residential for commercial. Residential for guys that tape themselves back.
I think it's funny. I think it's
It
funny.
ain't. I think it's funny.
You ever clean someone's house and you just look around and you're like, dude, why the fuck are we cleaning windows here? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've been in a house. I've been in a
48
house.
piles of laundry everywhere and shit.
Nah, bro. Laundry's laundry, but I've been in a house where, I mean, not for Mark Tanner. It's not. Mark Tanner don't even do his own laundry.
I don't do laundry.
Yeah, he don't do none of. He's too manly for that stuff. But anyways,
I'm not allowed to touch the machine.
Okay. So you're a child.
No, you know what's funny? Wait, I'm gonna get in trouble here, but I'm gonna tell you this. We had that front loading washer and dryer. We've already discussed this. I won't recommend those. So we got high capacity tub washer and dryer now, right? And I have to stand on a milk crate to reach the bottom of the washer. It's that fucking deep. Kate just standing at the door laughing, and I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" And she's like, "You can't reach the bottom of the washing machine, can you?" I go, "There's 2 squeaky like towels at the back of the
Fucking
I'm gonna
Gerber
send.
baby
Hey
husband
man, we're
over
gonna.
there.
Hey, I'm gonna send
Fucking
Mark a
wash.
claw.
Yeah, one of those pickers.
And then the legs are just kicking as like,
What's up?
I almost fell
What's
in.
up, David Steers?
Get stuck. Huh?
Dude, that would suck. Imagine that. You just topple into your washer.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you a claw, Mark.
there you go.
I'm gonna send you one of them little grabber things. Okay.
I have one on my lawnmower. I use it to pick up shit out of the yard when I cut the grass.
Well, I'm gonna get you one just for. It's gonna be a clean one just for the washer.
For laundry.
I got
I'm
you,
in.
bro.
I did a house for an old
Mark's
lady
laundry
who got her
grabber.
paid, and she had like beginning stages of dementia and like 4 cats. I swear, I think one of the cats was dead under the couch. Like she hadn't fed it in a while. I was like moving stuff and like stepping over cat turds. to
Oh,
clean
that's
the
what I
place
was gonna
windows.
say.
The whole house reeked of like feral ammonia.
I won't listen.
And I did it only because the lady paid for it. It was her mom. I did it. I was there for 2 hours on the inside
Nope.
too, gagging.
Nope.
Ugh.
Nope. I would have straight called that bitch and like, hey, listen, I'm not doing this. You can have your money back. I'll do the
Yeah.
outside. If you clean up the inside, I'll do the inside. I went and did this woman's house on the
What's up,
lake,
David Steers?
and it was a brand new. I mean, I would say maybe she lived there 6-8 months, maybe, because I drive past it all the time. So I do to all the neighbors, you know what I mean? So, and they all, you know what I mean? So,
What's up, bro?
I do the windows on the outside for her, and I gave her a price. She's like, no, we don't need the inside done. She was adamant about not doing the inside. But I did the whole house. Every window in the house, the curtains were closed, except for the back patio. The patio door curtains were pulled back about a foot.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see inside the house. There were paths about 8 inches wide through the house.
Hoarder. Yeah.
Shit piled to the fucking ceiling in a brand new house. Dog shit everywhere. I like 5 dogs. I ain't never seen no shit. I swear to you guys, this house. She lived there maybe 6-8 months. Brand new, just built.
Man.
That's fucking.
I've never
gross.
seen. I actually recorded footage of the house. I'm fairly certain somewhere on my YouTube channel there is video of that house. I know where it's at. I'm not gonna tell people where it's at.
Right. You got to watch the video.
You got to watch the videos to find it. But there is maybe 5 to 10 seconds of me with a video with my GoPro looking into this house like, no way, bro. Like, and just so happens, she's a little left leaning, you know what I mean? She had some weird stuff out in her yard and stuff during, campaign season. So, and her neighbor, and her, like, I've heard from other neighbors that they were out in the yard screaming at each other. The nuclear assault spider spray guy's house and her got into this. That's what made me think of that.
Dude, I have a tax here. If you have a sign in your yard that I don't like, I charge an extra $100 if you want me to come to the work.
Ooh, that's like, hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, bro.
I know, I do. I've had one person call me out on it, and I said, hey, man, inflation.
Yeah.
And they just looked at me like I was an asshole, and I was like, well, I mean, I don't have to do it.
I'm going to tell you guys something that I don't tell a lot of people. If, like, there's a tax for certain political signs, there's an add-on for that. And if you're a Steelers fan, there's also an add-on for that.
Fuck the Pittsburgh
I have an add-on for somebody else too, but I can't
50,
discuss
no
that.
matter who would, even like Joshua Schoaf. I charged Joshua Schoaf an extra $50 for me coming up and helping him on that construction cleaning. I barely did any work, but you know.
David Steers like to say we love you, Donnie, even though I don't have a clue who the fuck that is, but he loves you.
We love you, Donnie. Cool, Dons.
New
Hey,
Yorkers
guys.
get taxed more here too. They're fucking come and buy all the houses here and then complain about how the prices go up. I'm like, well, that's because you fucking moved here, asshole.
Ooh.
So
We get
New Yorkers get charged.
we get 10 to 12,000 a month from
Spring Hill,
California.
Long
to New
Island,
York.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what time it is? It's time for Tool Time with Jacob.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, maybe not. It might not work. We'll see what happens. Take it away, fuckstick. I mean, Jacob.
Yeah. What's up, fat boy? Tool Time with Jacob is back. This rendition, I'm going to talk about a water-fed pole brush. It's affordable. I have it myself. I use it quite often. It's the Ettore Hybrid brush. The Ettore Hybrid brush comes in two different sizes, 14-inch and an 18-inch. If you decide to go with a 14-inch, it's got two jets. An 18-inch has four. So, like I said, it's a hybrid. The center is I don't think it's legit boar's hair. It's some type of
Synthetic or something.
synthetic boar's hair. The outside is nylon. The price points are pretty good. If you want a 14-inch, it's a little over $30. $33.63 US. Then if you go with the 18, it's almost 50. It's 48.32.
And what's the brand again? What brand again?
It's an Ettore. It's an Ettore brush. I don't know who makes it for them,
Okay.
but
So
I
is
use
that-
it.
You use it?
I like it.
Okay. Nice.
Hold up.
Good job, Jacob.
Good job, Jacob. I think, Jacob, you need to show people what you.
Oops. Sorry, Jacob. Jacob, go. What? Finish. I'm sorry, dude.
I was going to say this product is available at windowcleaner.com, and if you're interested in purchasing this, make sure you go into the tab on the YouTube and Squeegee Life and click the link,
Yes.
and you
The
can purchase
affiliate
that,
link, yeah.
the affiliate link, and you'll help out the channel, help out TJ so he can buy more cigarettes and monsters and be a
Yes.
fat fuck. Thanks.
Yes. I'm there. Good job, Jacob. Please donate to my channel so I can buy cigarettes and monsters, dudes. Please.
Dude, they're expensive right now.
They're super expensive right now, and I need help buying them.
Oh,
Thank you,
that was
Jacob.
great.
Jacob does a great job with that.
I try.
It's
He
excellent.
does.
People keep asking where it was.
So
and
how
I
clean
went
do
away.
how clean do you get those 3-story Burger King windows with that Ettore brush?
Dude, don't compare me to that fucking mook.
Jacob has the cleanest patio door on TikTok, just so everybody knows, and YouTube.
I don't have those jobs anymore. I had condos, like I was doing work for like a cleaning company. She just had me go and like every Saturday and Sunday I would do like 20 units
Uh-huh.
a day. Literally there was 2 sliders. I cleaned the outside of the 2 sliders. I charged her $25 a room.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I did that for 3 years, and this year she decided she didn't want to do the short-term rental stuff anymore.
Uh-huh.
So she let someone else take the contract, and now she just does office cleaning. And I do 1, 2, 4 offices for her. I'll do the windows once a month.
Nice.
So
Good man.
that
I
was
was
easy.
the business
Have you ever used one of those brushes? Those
The
Ettore
hybrid
brushes?
brush? Yeah, I honestly have them.
You like them?
Yeah, for the price.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it works
Yeah.
good. It's not a. If you're a fan of a Tucker brush, it's not a Tucker brush.
Right.
or
I've never used one before.
any other more pricey brush. It's not that, but if you need a brush and you want an extra backup brush for a pinch,
podcast going on here.
You can't beat it,
Yeah,
especially if you're a cheap ass like me.
You could tell it's nice out. My family's on the porch.
Mary says,
tell them to keep it down out there. Keep the riffraff down out there.
Hey, Mom's in here telling you need to stop the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, what can you do?
Well, the weather's starting to get better, and sitting out on the porch is not a bad
move, yeah. Got it all cleaned off. It was like abnormally warm in April here. Like abnormally warm in like 70s, 80s for like a week or so. It was really strange. And then it decided to be winter. That like one day I was sunburnt. The next day I was like, man, am I gonna have to put salt down in the driveway?
Yeah, dude, it was weird. It was supposed to be like low 80s here. It got to 91 and then 93, and then that Saturday it was 57 degrees out, and I was like, what is going? Like I was like sick. You know what I mean? I'm like sunburned, dehydrated, and then it like dropped 40 degrees like overnight.
Yeah.
TJ, you need to stop.
My mom needs to listen. You want me to fucking ban you from this YouTube channel, Mary Elizabeth? I will ban you right now. I'll push the ban hammer on you. You know I'll do it. But you fucking start on me in the comments. That's private shit you can say to me. Don't talk to me like that.
She's your mom. She's always going to worry about you.
No way. Not on here. She's not. She's not my mom on here. She's just another listener. Yeah.
Dude, if my mom watched this, she'd be like, why do you have to have so many cigarettes?
I used to be worse, man. You guys use 5/16 or quarter-inch hose. I use 5/16.
Yeah, I use 8 millimeter. I think it is, so it's like 5/16.
Yeah, 8 millimeter, 5, whatever the zero hose is.
Yeah, whatever zero is what I use.
Whatever
use
zero
10
is.
millimeter.
Zero. I got zero Kink-A-Lot hose. My hose, like I don't, listen. I don't think there's a brand out there that doesn't do it, but man, dude, I can't stand that shit. It rolls up on itself. I can't do no more than a water-fed pole lead. If I do any more than that, I don't have the patience for the world. I want to fucking kill. I want to beat babies with puppies. Like, I don't, like, listen, man, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to drag I hate dragging kinked up hose through bushes and stuff, man.
So what do you use, like 50 feet of it?
You already don't like bushes to
like
begin
maybe
with, so
just
that
enough
makes
to get the
fucking
water-fed
worse.
pole up. And if I have to extend the water-fed pole, I do a little bit more. That hose, I can't do it.
Then what are you running on a reel?
And I lay it in my driveway and I fill it with water and leave it there.
What size is 3/8 on there, Mark?
3/8. Yeah,
I run that yellow 3/8 about 100. How much was on that reel,
200
Mark?
feet.
I added another 25.
You're using a hose.
It's airline.
It's airline.
So you're using Flexzilla?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Flexzilla, and I cut the ends off it and put crimps on it. So
That's what I use for soft wash hose too. It works great.
Yeah,
That shit
I was
is.
going to take just a regular Flexzilla water hose and put it on a reel, and then have flexible.
3/4, 5/8 is too big and heavy.
Too big and
You
heavy.
won't see on those reels that I buy. If you want the part number, Jacob, I can send it to you because it's a real compact reel, and it'll hold 200 feet of 3/8.
Man, it'll hold 225, 250.
Yeah, but have you ever got it to overloop around the side? It's a motherfucker when it does that.
I haven't had that happen yet.
Yeah,
Either that or I was
had
going to
it
get
go
like
between the
0G
crank.
hose.
It'll get.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I hate that.
Hey man, Monsters gave me kidney stones too, but they still taste good.
Mark, you got to see with that. My OCD kicks in with that Cox reel because I hate. Because, I mean, it's maxed out, right? Like, if you roll it too far one side, you hit that bolt. It's annoying. Like, my brother goes to reel it up, like, no. Leave it out. I pull it all out.
Yeah.
Make sure it's all perfect.
Yeah.
And then I close it up, and then, like,
You can tell the kind of day I've had by how the hose is reeled up on the... If your hose reel is perfect every day, you're living a fucking great life. Quit fucking complaining.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I
because sometimes that fucking hose on that reel, it's all on one side. I'm so pissed off.
Always
I don't even
boils down
fucking
to
care
this.
anymore.
Did your hose go through dog shit? And
Yes,
if the
all the
fucking
time
answer
it
is
does.
yes, yeah, it's okay.
I
But if you
always
fucking didn't, shut the
use a
fuck
wet
up.
rag on when I
I
wind
put a
my
rag
hose
on
up.
it,
There's
yeah.
always a wet rag in my hand. I clean
Yeah.
the hose when I'm putting
Me
it
Oh
in.
too.
yeah, you never. Yeah.
You don't want the doo doo ring right here. The
my
doo
brother
doo
was
ring right
working-
here. You know what I'm talking about? That doo doo ring. You don't want
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want that.
that. Yeah, looks
I
like a
agree.
butthole,
It's
unwiped butthole.
Spotted brown eye.
Yeah,
No.
that unwiped butthole.
See, look, my
This
hands are dirty from
motherfucker
changing
said so
tires.
TJ can buy more monsters and cigarettes. You fat fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Jacob. Fuck you, dude.
5 years ago, I was working with my brother on like an October morning. So like the grass has got a little dew to it. I'm like, it's nice out. He's walking with like a 24, just talking to me, talking shit. And he goes to step down the hill, and he stepped in a huge pile of dog shit. The ladder goes flying. He goes in the air, and he lands in the dog shit. It's like 8:03 in the morning.
Your
And
brother?
I am laying in front of the homeowner on the ground, just laughing and laughing. She's like, "Is he okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, he just fell in a huge pile of dog shit." I'm gonna work the rest of the day too. I'm like,
I would go home. I'll be done.
Yeah, I would have fucking left.
Yeah.
That would have been. I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta
Leave
reschedule.
your shirt up. Like, I'm not doing this day by myself. Fuck that. Fuck you, go. Stop.
I've had a ladder in my hands on a hill and slipped in fucking a giant wet pile of dog shit. Tossed the ladder with one hand and so I wouldn't get crushed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking put my hand down almost in another pile of dog shit.
I think the only dog shit encounter I had, and obviously if you do residential, you have more
Yeah.
chance of dog shit. But dude, I had it one time. I climbed the ladder with dog shit on my shoes, not knowing it, and then when I'm coming down, like halfway down, like, bleh, bleh.
That's the worst. You just put the ladder down and get a hose it off.
Yeah.
Throw covered in dog shit.
And then it's in my head. No matter what how much I could hose it all day, it's still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That part of the ladder's infected for 2 days for me
Yeah.
too. Like I
Get
stay away,
condemned.
no matter if I've rinsed it off or not.
Yep.
I don't feel right about it.
Just throw some dirt on it. And get back to work.
You're trying to step in a wet puddle in the driveway to get the dog shit out of the grooves of your shoes. Fuck.
There's nothing worse than dog shit in work boots.
You know what I'm
Forget it.
saying? Like that, like this much water, and you're like, I don't want to.
Got turds in your treads, son.
Yeah, man.
I always, you know what I do? When I step in dog shit at people's houses, I always walk up to the front door, step right on the fucking welcome mat, and ring the doorbell. Like, hey, you got a hose? They're like, yeah, it's over there. Why? Like, cause I got dog shit on my shoe. You know, I did instantly. It's like, man, pick that shit up if you know I'm coming over to clean your windows. You got like fucking World War III dog turd bombs out there.
Bombs everywhere. Oh,
It's
landmines.
fucking, the trenches in Normandy and just turds everywhere, dude. I just, what are we doing?
Sometimes it's like the super nice houses. You're like, you ain't got someone to pick up this dog shit.
Yeah, dude.
Our house, I'm gonna step in your Chihuahua's dog shit. Like, what the fuck?
I just so happen on one of the pet waste removal company.
Right?
Dog shit.
I was so,
I thought you were being serious,
you guys
Jacob.
know Craig.
No.
Craig's worked for me for forever, and I think like a couple years ago, you're doing the inside of this really nice house, and
What you stealing boxes?
really nice house is like in the kitchen. People keep like a big bowl of fruit. And I'm like cleaning windows and turn around. This motherfucker's just eating a banana, talking to me. I'm like, yo, like, how do you eat the banana? He goes, it's fruit. It's free. You just take it. Every time he does a house now, I see him eating an orange, an apple. I'm like, where'd you get that? He's like, just grab it out of the bowl.
Who does this?
Craig, who works for me. Be in some really nice house, and I just turn around, he's just fucking chewing on a banana.
At my full-time job, my boss was at a job we were at doing an install. And next thing I know, I'm sitting there, I hang a TV, I walk into the living room. He walks out of the pantry with a bag of chips.
Dude, no way, dude.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
He
Worked
knew
for
the
some-
people, though.
Oh, no.
A dude got caught. This lady, we were at a house. I was young. I was probably like 23. This lady made like this whole tray of cookies, like having family over. And like I looked and I'm like, oh, some of the cookies are gone. I came back, like almost all the cookies were gone. And I'm like, Jim's is like this big fat kid. I'm like, yo, Jim's, did you eat? He's like, dude, I just started eating one and then I ate all. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, where are you fired? he ate like a batch of cookies. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, you
Dude,
can't do
hey, listen, I told a story on here. That kid, like, the ultimate sin, dude, like, went and dropped a huge deuce in this fucking house and just left it, dude. Just left it. Dropped toilet paper and was on it and was like, yeah.
They'd never be back in my house, I can tell you that.
I still do the houses, which is crazy, man. Like, you know, that dude is gone. But I can't believe you did that, dude. Like, wow. I can't, I just...
Crazy stories, man.
Dude, when she called me and told, like, when I heard that story, my spine, it sent chills up my spine. I was just like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
You know how pissed off I'd be. I come home and there's this, like, she's like, Terry, it was a log, dude. Like, he dropped some seriage, like, fucking Mississippi River floating log type shit. You know what I'm saying? Big old snake,
dude,
toilet snake.
You ever seen that picture? And it has a toilet with the seat down, and then it has a sticky note on it that says, "Please do not flush. Possible world record. I went to get a tape measure."
When you lift up my dad's toilet seat in his house, it says you call that a dick.
Of course he has that. Of course your dad has that.
Yeah.
Dude, so I used to run crews for a company before I started my own. And when I quit, the guy who took over my job, like 2 months later, sends me this voicemail of this one of my favorite guys there, Diego. Mm-hmm. And I guess they were doing a new construction cleanup. Guy calls me, he's like, the guys did a great job, but those toilets had just been put in, like, so water wasn't hooked up, and one of your guys took a huge fucking shit in this toilet and just left it and didn't tell anybody. He's like, you had to send somebody in to clean it up.
Bro, I got one better. I got one better than that. We were doing this.
Dude, he weighed like 300 pounds, like this fat Brazilian dude. All he ate was meat all day long, dude. It was just like, I can only imagine. Eating rodeo burgers every day.
No, dude. Lunch, dude. No, dude. Listen. Me and Jeremy did this water park, and it was like partially under construction. And they had this fucking Connex trailer, so like sitting there. Jeremy took he had to take his shit. Jeremy took the biggest shit in this 5-gallon bucket and put the lid on it and put it in this trailer.
I think you've told this before, but it's so funny.
Put it in this trailer, dude. We got in so much trouble because of that, dude. That was so fucking funny. They just opened
hot shit.
Dude, whenever I used to build high rises, this happened like 2 or 3 times.
Like the next bucket in line to be grabbed. You know what I mean? Like
they pull a toilet and put it out in the hallway. Someone literally took his shit outside in the open in a toilet that wasn't hooked up.
Wow.
And like just left it.
Yeah, man, that's
unbelievable, dude.
When I started my company, I did construction cleaning in a huge development, like 300 homes, and I would just do the windows, and a group of girls would come back and do countertops and bathrooms and tile and stuff like that. Well, one of the girls was just nasty to men. I'm just going to say it that way. Mm-hmm. She didn't like men. And we were all sitting there eating off the lunch truck, which is never recommended when you're not...
roach coach.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, my stomach is tore the fuck up after that pork sandwich or whatever it was I ate. So over the like 3 weeks I was working there, she was just a nasty person. So I'm like, you know what? That's it. The houses were in a line, you know, just do one and the next and the next. I could usually do 2 in a day. Mm-hmm. And I walk into the bathroom and it had this plastic liner in the bathtub for the cut pieces of tile and stuff. And it looked like a cupcake liner, you know what I'm saying? It's to protect the porcelain. Mm-hmm. I grabbed that liner out of the tub, throw it onto the floor, and drop a huge log right in the bathtub. That was like 3 houses down, right? So, dude, I am waiting with bated breath for someone to go inside the house. No air conditioning, no water, no nothing, right? Dude, when they opened the door of that, the buzzards were circling above the house.
Did you put the liner back in over it?
No, I left it for everybody to enjoy.
I would have put the liner back in it, so like, when they took
he didn't want to smush it. He didn't want to smush it.
Listen, Jacob, when you get a good, fully formed foot long in one piece, you leave it for everybody to enjoy.
Well, I don't know. I've never shit in bathtubs.
Like an unwound snake.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've never shit in a bathtub.
I just sat on the edge and shot it. Really fast.
Now, if shitting in the
Come out like a
shower and
torpedo.
stomping it down the drain. That's another.
Aw. Bro.
And I don't give a shit when anybody says, dude, human
Dude,
shit
five?
out of water is the worst smelling shit in the world.
What is?
Human shit out of water, meaning not in a toilet, is the worst smelling shit.
No, I
in the
know, dude. I
Just
used
the
to
fact that
told
we
this
are
story to
on
my
here
friend-
talking like, listen, we're on this podcast, and this guy's got to make a differentiation between shit in water and shit out of water. Like,
Yeah,
what are
well,
we
if it's
talking-
underwater, it doesn't smell.
what-
I mean,
I know, but what are we
little
talking
less,
about?
yeah.
Like, why are we talking about
I
turds?
don't
You ever fart? You ever fart in a pool and the bubble comes up and it stinks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's like that. I mean, it's in water, but it's
Mark bites fart bubbles in
I
water.
would. Yeah. You know what I do? Is if I'm in a public pool or in a friend's pool, I'll grab the sides of the pool coping and I float myself up to where my asshole's half in the water and half out and then let it rip like a blowhole.
It is
This
a
dude,
blowhole.
like, legit. This
Mark bites fart. That's a fucking wild. What the fuck? Oh my god! I almost fucking peed myself a little bit there.
You ever seen that Family Guy where Stewie and Meg are in the tub and Stewie goes, "Hey Meg," and he leans forward and the bubbles come up out back, and then she leans backwards and it comes out of the front and Stewie jumps out of the tub.
Dude, when I'm standing in the pool, I purposely wait for my wife's tube to float by me, and I just like fart in the water. Pop next to her. She's like,
You
"You're
can't
disgusting."
stand in your pool though. It's Olympic size, so it immediately goes like to 50 foot.
No, man, I spend
I had a
most of my time.
coworker shit in a low roll off in a new residential development, full a 2-story house. Take people lived in.
Shit in a fucking roll off. What the?
Shit in a roll off. Yeah, I shit on myself once, but I've told that story. Cleaning somebody's windows with a fucking, I don't know what was wrong with my stomach, man. Bent over and shit all down my legs.
Ugh. You have pants on or shorts?
Shorts ran all the way. You could see the shit. Jeremy was fucking gagging and laughing at me. Made me ride in the back of the truck, standing up in the bed of the truck. Would let me in the truck. Drove me over to my grandma's house where I live right now. I walk up the driveway and my grandma takes one look at me and she's like, "You shit your pants?" I said, "Yeah, I don't feel good." I started walking towards her. She's like, "Oh, you're not going in my house. You stand right there." She stripped me right there in the driveway and washed me off. Dude, if social media would have been a thing like that back then, like, I would have been the most embarrassed person in the world. It was
Nobody
awful.
took pictures?
No, Jeremy was. I threatened to kill Jeremy 3 or 4 times, like dead ass serious. Like I was gonna kill him. You know, I was like, we're about to fight. You know. Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad, man. I was really sick, dude. I just bent over and just thought, hey, man, it's just a fart bubble. Nope.
Oh, that was a big old pile of shit.
No, it wasn't a pile of shit. It was
It
water.
was water.
Yeah, hot water. Hot water.
Oh, hot water.
And then my grandma's squirting me out with a fucking hose in the front yard, cold water. You ain't coming to my house like that. And I'm like, yeah. I go out the house with some air dads on. I refuse to wear my grandfather's underwear. She's like, "I got a new pair." I was like, "I'm not even wearing a new pair of them motherfuckers. I don't know. I just need something to get home in. That's all." Yeah, shit. Oh, it was in my shoes, my socks.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
threw the
bad.
shoes
And I
away.
was late. I think I ended up being sick for almost a week, dude. It was bad. Like, I was.
Stomach virus or
Oh,
something.
it was so bad. I was fucking ill. They were mad at me because I couldn't work, but whatever, dude. I was sick. They
Like
thought
when
I
you're
was
screaming
faking
eagle?
it. Huh?
When you're screaming eagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's the worst. I hate that.
I mean, you've gotten used to it now, but back then, you just started the monsters and eating Crisco. So.
Yeah.
Crisco.
Yeah. So,
Put a little sugar in it, mix it up, you were good to go.
hmm
Lubricate the insides. let it all out.
Yeah, it'll line your innards.
Ooh. Oh man, that was a good laugh. Biting fart balls. Such a ridiculous statement. I loved it. Oh man, I needed to laugh.
Yeah, well, you know, we got
We do that
45
sometimes
minutes to
here.
go. Ooh-wee. These are getting shorter and shorter.
Oh man, God, that was yeah. I don't. Even, I got to clear my brain because I laughed like way too hard. Oof.
Got shit on the brain now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we've just talked about shit for probably a good solid 15 minutes. So.
It does seem to be a topic every now and again on the podcast.
It
Oh
does
man, I
come
mean,
up.
yeah, it's a bunch of gross dudes who eat terribly and have to shit on a regular
Right.
basis.
Right.
Nah, it's always weird pooping in a customer's home, but I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
It ain't weird. I do it all the time. I make
I'll
sure
do it if they have, like,
I make sure to hold it if I gotta go beforehand, just so I can go in the house.
Yeah, if they got like a basement bathroom or something, I'll take a shit down there real quick because I'm like, ain't nobody's coming down here. There's like dust on the bar they have down here.
If you
No
come
one-
in my house and said you had to take a shit, could you use my bathroom? I'd be like, no.
I don't
Well,
ask.
you get in my
Deadass.
house, like, feel free.
Deadass.
Just
I
don't
don't
shit
ask.
in
I've
the
had a
bathroom.
furnace guy come to my house a couple times. He's like, hey, man, you got a bathroom? I can use it. I'm like, no, you got to take a piss. You can't on the side of the house, though.
Yeah.
Really? You don't
Yeah.
let them pee in the
Nah, fuck it, go. No, that's my shit. Get out of here.
I let people take shits in my house. I don't care. You gotta take a shit, man. I know that feeling. You're like, oh God, I gotta go. If they leave to take a shit, they ain't never coming back.
Serial shitter. Yeah. Shit anywhere.
So how many of our people in the chat have taken a dump in a customer's house?
Probably everybody.
I don't remember. I mean, I honestly don't remember. Like, I have some restaurants that I get there early morning. The prep cooks are there. It's a safe place to take a dump. But someone's house, again, I'm not around people's houses that often, but holy shit.
A lot of the houses that I do, there's no one there, and I have access to the inside.
Yeah.
It has to be like bad. Like I have to be like, oh, I'm stuck here for another 2 hours. I'm 20 minutes from like any.
Yeah.
Like I gotta go. Like otherwise, I'm just shitting my pants. I'm not doing that. So,
Yeah.
in your house.
Oh my god, I shit my pants.
Most of the people I do anyways have like 3 goddamn bathrooms anyway. I just pick the one they don't go in.
Yeah.
That's where they get smashed.
So if you come out, do you warn them not to go in there for a little while?
I mean, I don't say a goddamn word. I'm like, I try to just blow like.
Just turn on the fart fan. I mean, like,
Yeah.
be
Most of
done
these
with
people
it.
are potpourri and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let that stuff ride, man.
Blow hot ass.
You have to. Ugh. Man.
Michael Bagina says he has lots of times. No shame here.
Yeah. So you guys think you're going to have a good season this year?
In the way it's shaping up, I think so for me.
No,
at
I
least.
think it's going to be the worst season I've ever had.
What about you, Jacob?
I mean, got my Burger Kings, McDonald's starting to call me again. One of my quarterlies I do residential. I do her gutters, her windows, and I pressure wash her house. Like every quarter, she wants me to do it every quarter, every 3
That's a
months.
good one. Yeah.
She messaged me today,
Cool.
so I'll do that not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah.
It's always good. I don't know. I mean, right now it's April. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's busy right now.
Yeah, it's busy right now.
I wish I
that's
could
that's
get
all
a
I
lot
can
more
say is it's busy
residential.
right now. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
we'll
And
see
the
how it
area I
goes.
work in for my full-time job is where pretty much all the rich people are and want stuff like that. That's where my one quarterly house is, over in that area. I need to try to get more.
Flyers, something like that. That might help. Or there's ways to do it.
Yeah, just I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Rich people, they're weird.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
all
what?
about pressure.
I like to work for the average person. I've
Well,
worked for some
this
very
lady
wealthy
is
people.
super cool. She doesn't complain. She's never even asked me like just give me. She doesn't want a price. She just says, just come do it. Send me a bill. It's fine. And
Yeah.
never complains about price.
This
Yeah.
dude said he fucking took a huge shit. And
The lady came home. That's
Yeah.
gotta be the worst best feeling ever.
Fucking turbo dump 9,000. Fucking turbo dump 9,000, bro.
Went to the
Turbo's-
bathroom and did the old pump and dump.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've of course, I've taken a leak in just about everybody's house, but I've never dropped the old Ducio number 2.0. I've never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's because I'm regular and I'm, a finicky eater. Maybe that's what it is. But I shit
I'll
a couple
be
times.
honest.
It's usually around the same time. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's emergencies. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there's not emergencies, but
I've
if
dropped
I
a
could
deuce
get
at
home
the
and
customer's
shit
house,
at my house, that's exactly where I'm going. Is to shit at my house.
and I didn't check to make sure the toilet worked.
Oh no.
Yes,
Tough, too.
and it didn't want to flush.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I started panicking. And luckily it was in like they had a garage and a garage bathroom. And they had a plunger, so I like plunged it and it like and it went
Just
down.
Finally
Just-
go down.
Just just so everyone knows, if you shit, you can flush a toilet manually. You know what I mean?
Dump your bucket of water in the top.
Mhm.
Yep.
Dump your bucket in it until,
Yeah.
and then at the same time, either if the lever's broken, pull the lid off the
Yep.
tank, and then just open the
Pull
flap
that
and
flapper.
then pull
Yep.
the flapper. You can fill the tank too. It'll flush. You're good to go.
Sometimes you can just pour it straight into the bowl too, and it'll get it to go down.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
based on weight. The
Yeah.
water.
It's head pressure.
Yeah.
It'll give you
Well,
pressure.
a lot of people, if you shit in a toilet and it don't work, anyone is gonna panic. So you don't think rationally.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're trying to think out, I don't know what to do. Just dump some water in it, man. Just dump
That's
some
one
water
of the
in it.
best scenes in Dumb and Dumber when he goes in the bathroom. What are you doing in there? I was shaving.
I can see if you clogged her up, you tried to flush and clogged her up, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, damn, bro. You know what I mean? Then you got to get the plunger going, Yeah.
Be like old Ace Ventura with the plunger
You'd
on
be
the
surprised the shit I seen when I used to run the plumbing for this maintenance company and a bunch of apartments and shit. I've told
face.
the
That's right,
stories
you were
before.
a turd herder.
Yeah, my grandfather was too. But anyways, I dare to insult him. You gonna insult him too? My
No,
grandfather?
that-
Good.
Why would I insult your
But
grandfather?
anyways,
I bet he was a great man.
he taught me a whole bunch of shit about that stuff. So I was able to I knew enough to get the job doing the stuff. And the shit, you'd be surprised what fucking people, like, they don't even know how to run a fucking plunger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like, it's just like, man, you don't know how to work a plunger? Like, I walk in there and I'm just like, man, and the other thing that I never understood is the toilet is stopped up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna continue to shit and piss in it until it's all the way up to the brim, and then be like, "Hey, my toilet don't work." There's a few times I walked into a house and then it was like that, and I just like got on the phone and called the house. I'm like, "Listen, there is shit to the brim in this toilet, and I ain't fixing it." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "They shit and piss in both toilets until it was to the fucking tops of the toilets, dude."
No.
To the
I was
bottom
like,
of the
"I am
rim.
not sticking my hands in that. Not even with my gloves that go up to my armpits. I'm not doing that."
Your artificial insemination gloves.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll do a lot of things, but that is one of the things I'm not doing. He was mad at me. I was just like, "Listen, man, tell these motherfuckers to bail their own shit and piss out of the toilets, and I will get them running. But I'm not digging shit and piss out of no toilet. It ain't happening.
No.
I ain't doing
My
it."
wife's an ICU nurse. She's dug shit out of people's assholes.
Yeah,
I
dude,
believe
like,
it. So-
fuck, man. Like, who wants to do that,
Did the old
you know?
hook in the
I don't know,
butthole.
some-
I mean, she's got no choice. She's got no choice. Like, I've got a choice in that situation, and I say no. I say no to that.
I would say no too.
If my toilet, like, if someone, like, goes to the bathroom and the toilet stopped up, the first thing we all do collectively is, like, the toilet stopped up. So, mom come gets dad or whoever, the toilet stopped up, we plunge her out. You know what I mean? We don't just sit and shit and piss in it for the next 12 hours and be like, you know
No,
what, we should
that's
do something
fucking
about
gross.
this.
You got to fix that shit.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm? There's a difference.
Yeah, man. I'm not telling you, dude. There's no way I'm cleaning up other people's human shit.
I'm not. Well, I don't want to work in that poop. It was real easy to take a
You
job
said
cleaning
other
windows.
people's human shit. I mean, what other kind of shit do people have?
Non-human shit, I guess.
I don't, man. He's on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Just asking questions. I'm trying to clarify.
Good question.
You upset with me?
Yeah, yes, all the time. The the people that rent places don't normally care too much about what's going on in them. Just as a rule, it seems like. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but in general, a lot of people out there really don't. You know what I mean? They use people's shit like it's a barnyard. They don't care about it.
They abuse it.
Yeah, that's exactly. Just don't give a shit. You know, there are people that are, wonderful renters, but there are some people that are just not good renters, man. In that 4 years that I did that, I seen some wild shit. It was a no-brainer to I'm done with working in people's houses. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start another job where I work in people's houses.
Right.
But I've had but one experience where I didn't want to be in someone's house cleaning windows. So there you go. You know what I mean? So
it happens.
Yeah. But stuff there, that was a difficult. That was a difficult. What do you want to say? That was a difficult job to do. I've seen a lot of wild shit. You know what I mean? That was.
We're in a much different circumstance.
It sucks, man.
Now. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See why you wanted to get out of it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the work. I like doing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I enjoyed doing it. I didn't mind doing the service calls and stuff like that. I had no problem doing it. It was just, there were just a few occasions. It was just like, oh man, that one dude, I told you guys about that dude that lived in that 3-story, lived on the bottom floor. He had shit mound up over his toilet and filled his whole bathtub up. And he just like living that way. It was like that for months.
That's fucking gross.
I think
shit
it's time
everywhere.
to just throw the fucking toilet.
Literal shit. Like I'm like trying to maintain myself from dry heaving right now, thinking about it. Like there was people, like other people, the upstairs shit was like everybody's shit was, and this dude was like, he was shit in there too. So it was just like he just back up and just was shit, dude. Like it was in the floor. I'm not lying. I swear.
Spray shits.
Yeah, a stack of milk crates so we could get on top of it.
That person doesn't even have DNA, man. Like that is a fucking.
I can't even talk about it. I don't want It was bad, dude. I opened the door, took 1-2 steps, and turned right back around and walked out. The dude I walked down there with, Bob Fisher, he's my friend on Facebook. I'm still friends with Bob Fisher and his wife still to this day. Like when we see out, like we'll be at Myers and we'll stop and talk for an hour in Myers. You know what I mean? Like that's, they're good people. But he was the first one to walk in there. He walked all the way and he's like, there ain't no fucking way we're cleaning that shit up. I'm calling so-and-so, the boss. He's like,
hazmat team.
Yeah, he's like, I'm calling the boss. We are not doing this. And Bob, Bob Fisher called the dude. He's like, listen, they started arguing on the phone. He's like, there's fucking shit to the ceiling down here. I'm not touching it. You know what I mean? Like he was... And, the owner, couldn't believe it. So he came down and seen it. He walked out. He goes, he was so mad he could barely say anything.
Yeah.
How do
the guy
you
still staying there, or did
yes,
he leave the apartment?
Yes, he
really?
was. Yes. It was hey, bro. It was a terrarium. It was like a. It was. It was like a
worm farm.
It was like It was like a turtle habitat. Dude. There were bugs on the floor, like roaches on the floor. It was. I wouldn't even. I'm cool, dude. I was like, I'm not doing that, bro.
Yeah.
They stripped that down to the studs and the slab concrete floor, and it still stunk like that. See, the lid had to be took out of it. Everything. They had to strip it down to the studs. No
All that
way.
stinks. Oh, soaked into
that's
the
like a
drywall.
hazmat
And
situation.
there's probably someone living in that place right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You know what I mean?
like,
They had
They're
no
never
idea
to
that
disclose.
the whole bathroom was like this fucking shit dungeon. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, shit mound. in the
yeah, it was
bathroom.
a fucking old turd mound in there, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? I've seen some shit, man. I seen some wild ass shit. I almost got fired for throwing refrigerators off the 3rd floor balcony. Listen, man.
Dangerous.
Hey, listen, bro. It's August. It's fucking hot as shit. We just lugged the refrigerator up 3 flights of stairs. The old refrigerator's done. So you tell me what you're gonna do.
right over the rail.
You're gonna send a guy downstairs to stand
Make
out
sure
there and be
no
like,
one's
sure nobody's coming, and you fucking dropped it. You launch that bitch off the fucking, you just give her the old heave ho, bro. You carry
I did the same
refrigerators up
goddamn
and down. I hated that. Hey, can you go help so and so move a refrigerator? I'm like, fuck. I'm not supposed to be doing this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I would
Like,
get
this is
mad.
my day off.
Damn.
That's why.
No,
I'm glad
no,
everybody
I
has
was
trucks
working,
now, 'cause
but
before,
I
if you're
just-
the only one with the truck. You're moving people. You know.
Yeah,
I
that's why I
hated
got
that
banned
shit.
now.
Oh. But yeah, we got in big trouble for that. He finally caught us. We've been doing it for over a year and a half, just tossing them off the balcony, bro. Because these are like these old rental refrigerators, the single door with the freezer inside. Them motherfuckers weigh 795 million pounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Big
dude,
giant compressor on the bottom of them. Yeah.
it'd take
So
two
when
guys
they,
to
when
get
they
it
hit
up
the
on
ground,
the.
do they come apart?
Huh?
When they
No.
hit the ground, do they come apart?
No.
They hold it. Yeah.
It divots the ground. You got to fix the ground. That's why you gotta do it right. You gotta shove it compressor first.
Yeah.
So you stick the compressor on the rail, and then you both shove out like that, kind of launch it, and then it'll flip and land on its side.
Dude, there was an article in the newspaper local here. It was like 10, 12 years ago. But in downtown Miami, a tower crane was taking the portalet up to the roof, and about halfway up of a 30 or 40 story building, it come loose. It like they have a cradle that picks up the portalet. Somehow, some way, I don't know, it fell. And everybody got out of the way. They showed a picture of it. That motherfucker sprayed blue juice fucking everywhere. I mean, it was like on all the trucks, on all the building. It just fucking exploded. Imagine when that hit the ground. Holy fuck. From 200 feet in the air.
What, a turd house?
Yeah, a portalet. A portalet. The whole thing fell.
I don't even know what a portalet is.
It's a
Porta potty?
porta potty.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you need a porta potty. Oh, all right.
Portalet must be like a company or something. I don't know. I call it a portalet.
Okay. I mean, it might be the original. You might have been around to see the first.
I've
Portalet.
never used one. Never. I've
never
taken a shit in one.
Dude,
Never.
I've
I've
never
never one today, bro.
I'm pooping them. I have to. I mean, if I gotta go, I gotta
Listen,
go.
no
dude,
amount of
I've
money.
never been. Hey, listen,
I
I'm
will
gonna tell
make
you.
that
one was
shit leak
clean.
down my
Listen,
legs.
bro,
was
I've been.
not happening.
Hey, listen, bro.
But I shit in festival porta potties. I don't
No
care.
way,
Fuck.
dude.
Outdoor contact
No
porta potty? No
way.
way.
So one
We
I just
leaving,
did
bro.
today,
Where you
they
going? I'm
just-
going. I got to shit. I'll see y'all later. You know what I
They
mean?
just
Like,
suck
I
it
ain't
clean.
shitting there.
And I've shit in one like that had shit like literally hadn't been cleaned for like 2 weeks, like fucking filled from like this far to the
You
sit
sit
with
on
shit.
that motherfucker?
Fuck, dude, I hovered, but I had to
I
go.
was gonna say
bro.
you got to worry about his. You ain't got to worry about his cock or his balls hitting it, so he's cool.
It's like a giant infant.
Napoleon Bonaparte over here. I go, dick.
There's a big ass baby in there.
Oh, man.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
There goes Mark laughing at his own fucking jokes again.
Yeah. I'm killing myself. What can I say? I
Wow.
entertain myself all day long, Jacob.
Super
Yeah,
hater
you work by yourself
9000.
a lot. You got to entertain yourself.
90% of the time I work alone.
Yeah, that's the hardest part about working alone. Like I prefer it sometimes, but like if it's
Even
even
If I show up to a job, we do a lot of big monthly jobs.
Mhm.
I send Scott and Mark one way, and I go the complete opposite. I'll meet you in the middle. I just enjoy working by myself. I don't know why. And maybe I'm an unsocial asshole. I work by myself.
Mhm.
You know, I got no issues with it.
Right.
I mean, there's times if it takes.
I wouldn't say that. Sometimes it's just easier because I end up doing it anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I end up doing you know what I mean? I'll end up showing like I'll show Jen like here, and then I'll end up just doing everything I asked her to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I showed up to one of our car dealerships, and it's sizable. It's a couple hundred windows every time you're there. And Scott and Mark had been there, and my son was working around the front. And I'm like, he'd pull 10 tops, wash 10 bottoms, pull 10 tops, wash 10 bottoms. I go, hey, listen, stay on the bottoms, and I'll clear 30 tops. And then when I get like way out of sight, I'll start working my way back to them, doing bottoms. But that way it works. But most of the time, I go by myself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why. I just do.
I mean, yeah, even when I do a house with like my brother or like two other guys, whatever, it's like you never really work the same run unless you're doing storm windows. You know, as you're pulling them, you're all cleaning them. Like, very few jobs, but usually I'll be like, all right, I'll go downstairs or I'll go outside. Like, do it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is nice to talk to somebody or have somebody help you. And be nice.
I talk to the camera. That's what I do.
Fucking Bush.
Goddamn Bush's boy. Well, like, what do you do if you work with someone who's like an experienced window cleaner? Like, do you work on the same side? Do you tend to work?
Yeah, I'll work with them. If it's the first time, like if it was any of you guys, I'd want to work with you.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
But
Chris Salazar is asking.
Yep.
Okay, you see it?
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. No, if it's someone I know or someone I want to work with, I'll obviously work side by side with you. Like Mike was here. Mike, me, and Zane. Zane and I had a blast working together. That little dude can clean some windows.
Mhm.
You know, so I'm like, hey, I'll clear the tops, you do the bottoms, then we.
Little big dude.
Yeah.
as I know, he's bigger than you are.
He's big.
Yeah,
He's big,
boy.
but he can clean
kid.
some windows though, man. Mike too.
I know. I follow him on TikTok.
I put a polisher in Mike's hand and he disappeared for a couple hours. I'm like, yeah, let me know if you need any help. Me and Zane are gonna go have some fun cleaning windows. You know.
Right.
Well, that's what Mike wanted to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Do you have any windows
That's
for him
a
to
good. That's a good skill to learn.
Yeah.
To get to do that. That's pretty cool. It's because it's weird how that works. I would love to know more about it, you know, because I only know really a little bit about getting stuff off the glass like stains. So the scratches and stuff like that. I mean, that's
Gotta
gotta
come
be
pay a visit. Get in the
one of these
get in the
days.
car, come
One of
visit.
these days. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
I can
don't know.
just
We'll
tell
see.
you this, and you can.
Turn that shit
Rain.
down.
It's been so long since we've heard that, dude. That's so awesome. Does when everybody calls, like, so if I call you, that's the thing that pops up?
It's a ringtone.
Oh, cool. So I'm that dude when I call too. So
Yeah.
I sound that
I don't have
miracle.
specific ringtones for specific people. I don't know how to do that.
Dude, mine's Tom Hanks going, Lieutenant Dan ice cream, Lieutenant Dan ice cream. That's my ringtone for everybody.
I just have a regular old ringtone. You know what I mean? Just a
Yeah,
regular
It's
old
2009, yeah.
basic old time phone is what my shit is.
I used to have Sweet Home Alabama. That's like one of the most downloaded ringtones.
Why not Freebird?
They didn't. At the time, they didn't have it on Zedge.
Well,
I
that's what
can't believe
use,
people actually still use ringtones and shit.
Yeah, I just have some basic fucking ringtone that I found on my.
I used to have
It's
Pee Wee
just
Herman
like
laugh.
I do, yeah.
I used to have Pee Wee Herman go, ha ha ha, like that. I don't care. It's fun.
It's fun.
I like having a good time.
Right.
I'm wondering if I could set a Voxer fart as a ringtone. That would be cool.
I'm sure you just save it as a
Yeah,
file.
save it to
Yeah,
your
probably
phone.
can. You probably
Yeah, we might
can.
have to do that.
Those the ones you do while you're in the shower. I just
Shower.
like, man, dude. The fuck.
Sounds like shit.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like hot, runny shit.
I like when they sound like it's boiling. Those are that's the home run. Something's boiling.
I mean,
Clam
technically
bake.
there is something boiling. Technically, yes, there is something boiling.
It's like you-
Man, we need
you
to get a
press
guest
it-
on. We need to get a guest on here. We're completely off the
Dude,
rails.
don't tell me when I send a shower fart in the first 2 seconds you hear the shower going, you're like, all right, let's hear.
Like you-
I was just gonna,
He's
like,
trying to
just
hold the
pull up
button and spread his
Single
cheeks
close
at the same
down.
time.
I told you when I went to that retirement party for it was some guy that worked for my
Retirement
wife.
fart.
There was a retirement party, and some guy that my wife worked with, he was retiring. So we go to this country club. There's like 200 people there, and all of a sudden, the DJ's walking around with the microphone. We're eating, right? DJ's walking around round tables with like 5 to 7 people there. So I didn't even. Everybody was grabbing the microphone and said, "Congratulations, so and so. Good luck with your retirement." You had to make a comment, and I'm like, they give me the microphone. I don't even know this fucking dude, right? I'm only there because my wife is there. So I hold the mic in my hand. Something happens, and everybody's distracted, and they kind of like, I'm trying to pass the microphone to this guy that I met sitting next to me. He seemed pretty cool, right? So, and he's like, I don't want it. You know, his wife was there, so he was the same situation. He didn't know the dude retiring, right? So finally, I realized I had all those farts stored in my audio recording. So I go to Kate, watch this. And dude, this microphone is broadcasting through the ceiling, all the speakers in the ceiling. So I pick out a good one and I just hold the mic up to it and click the phone. And then you hear, right? So the guy, his name was Brett. Now I remember, he's sitting next to me. He elbows me and goes, dude, did you just shit yourself? And I'm like, no, do you hear that? And he goes, no. So he goes, he looks back and he sees it's under the table, right? And he starts fucking laughing. He goes, set it off again. I go, let me pick a different one. I set it off. The lady or the DJ was handing around the microphone, knew what I was doing, dude. I got in trouble for that shit. They're like, you think that's funny? I go, fuck yeah, it's funny as hell. Half the room was laughing. They're like, where's that coming from?
Middle school humor at its finest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey
I
man,
love it.
what can you do when you're, the
fart.
antithesis of
You're a
fucking-
50-year-old juvenile. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, the fart
Well,
herder
dude, there's
over
nothing
here.
funnier. There's
That's
nothing
what Mark is.
funnier.
He's a fart herder. He's a
You know that
a fart herder and a fucking dick hoarder. Like he's got dicks in his all. Like he's like, if it ain't about dicks or farts, Mark's not interested.
that's not true.
It is true.
You
Like
seen that
there's
video where
not
the
one
guy grabs the
thing.
phone at Walmart and farts over the loudspeaker, and you know it's fake because like 20 people have done that already. If I knew how to make that Walmart phone work like that, I would go do that.
You pick it up and you hit the button that says intercom, Mark.
No,
There was a time when I asked
any-
Mark to. I would be like, "Hey, Mark, do something with this picture," and I'd have to remind him, "No dicks." I mean, I haven't had to say no dicks in a long time, but it used to be dicks and everything. There was always like a phantom dick, like the head of a dick in a corner. Or
yeah, well, it's like find where's Waldo.
Like wide it out.
always
Dude,
a
when
dick
you
in
asked
it.
him to do the picture of your father as an old man, and then he sent 300 pictures.
Yeah.
I was
You
like,
told
oh
me
my
I
god.
could do whatever you want.
I
sent you,
smoked
like,
him. I smoked him on the internet with those fuckers too, man. His friends were dying, dude.
He must have known it was me.
The
'cause he
best
goes, "I
one
know
is
you got a part of this."
get off my lawn. Because that's totally my dad. My dad's got like the most manicured lawn. Like that is my
Yeah.
dad. Like, yeah, definitely. As soon as I seen that, I was like, that one's fucking perfect. Get off my lawn. The one with him sliding down the dinosaur's tail, the Fred
Yeah, the
Flintstone,
Flintstone
that's
one.
fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, I got a good chuckle out of it.
The one where he's Winona Judd.
Yeah.
Mark had to have sent 50.
Winona, like,
it was a shit ton.
like Mark does the most random shit. Like he put my dad's face on Winona Judd's body.
How do you think of this? Like
I
you
don't
just
know.
I don't know.
It's so
I mean,
fucking
yeah.
funny though, dude. I just when I see that, I started crying, laughing. I'm like, this guy is a fucking idiot. I would have totally never thought of that.
I thought for a minute he was going to put him on like Guy Fieri.
Oh man,
I lost it.
with the fucking
that would have
bowling
lost it
shirt.
if I would have seen that too.
No, the one I was working on, but I never finished it because I couldn't find a good shot. Was That guy Bob that paints the shit, like
Bob
with the
Ross.
Bob
big
Ross,
afro, Bob
yeah.
Ross. Yeah, but it's hard to get a good straight on shot of Bob Ross because it's always a profile with the
Right.
picture in the back.
Right.
You know.
Right. You ever see that documentary about Bob Ross and how his family got fucking robbed out of all his money?
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that
Like
documentary.
anything that you buy that's got Bob Ross's name on it has nothing to do with Bob Ross's family.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody bought like his likeness and all
Because
this stuff.
my girls, like, especially Jennifer, like Bob Ross, Bob Ross is always on the television. My grandma used to watch Bob Ross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Happy trees.
happy trees, dude. And this documentary, I don't know, someone got involved that's not family, and like his son, like, is almost destitute, but this, like, makes millions off of this dude's name.
Well, dude, it's just like not almost, I shouldn't say that. Many child actors,
Yeah.
other than the Olsen
They're
twins,
folks.
got fucked on everything.
Yeah, they're folks.
Them Olsen twins, and who knows whatever happened to them, they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well,
But-
I think those Olsen twins, they was wised up real quick. I was like, you ain't fucking
They
with my
got
money.
they got some money.
Yeah.
Their little sister's like a pretty famous.
Well, they
actress.
didn't they have a line of clothing in like fucking
Yeah, everything.
Kmart or some
everything.
shit
Them
like
girls
that?
are worth hundreds of millions of dollars
Yeah.
each.
They're
But
weird as
like
shit, though,
Gary
man.
Gary Coleman, a little dude from Different
Yeah.
Strokes, his parents took all his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
dude,
of it.
security guard. after
Yeah.
that.
What you talking
Yeah.
about, Willis?
Yeah, all them guys. Parents got all of a sudden. Parents become managers.
Yeah, I don't know if it's on, it might be on Netflix, that documentary about Bob
I
Bob
Ross.
watched it a couple
Yeah.
years ago, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was like pre-pandemic though. I watched it like 2019
It's
or
fucking
something.
wild, man.
Dude, a lot of that shit happened. John Fogerty, right,
Mhm.
from Creedence,
Hmm.
he still tours now. He
Mhm.
loves the music. He's probably pretty well off, but
Mhm.
his manager stole hundreds of millions of dollars from him.
Crazy, dude.
All the money from Creedence,
Mhm.
all the songs he wrote, he don't own the rights to none of it
Damn.
anymore. When that guy died, the guy's name was Saul.
Mhm.
I heard a documentary on him. When he died, his kids finally went to John Fogerty and said, "You know what? We're giving you the rights to your songs. We know my dad fucked you. We're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You're scraping playing in bars here." You know what I'm saying? He's a very talented musician.
Right.
Okay, but there's a reason he's still playing at 70 years old. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they took all he. I remember the story. It was actually sad. He's like, it got to a point where he had to produce a certain amount of albums within a few years, and he got nothing out of any of those first 5 or 6
Dude, that's
albums,
fucking crazy. For
which
real.
was all his big hits. Dude,
Damn.
the guy has
All the
100 hits.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
All the time.
We went to the, speaking of music, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we went all the way up to the top of the pyramid here, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And up at the very top, they had Eddie Van Halen's fucking red and white guitar. Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! And the black and yellow one.
Yeah. So are they really his, or are they?
No,
Yeah.
no, they're legit. They were lent to the museum, the Rock
Yeah.
Hall, by the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Crazy,
Meant to
dude.
be put on display.
yeah.
Crazy,
Always wanted to
dude.
go to that Hall of Fame. Never been.
Oh man, it's pretty cool. I mean, you could like, they got there's a section where you can like walk in, pick up an instrument, and jam with just random fucking people. They got jams going on while.
Yeah,
It's fucking wild, dude. It's pretty cool.
nice.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place. That was our first time going. You know, I hate going downtown. Sucks, man.
Yeah.
There's always like a hassle trying to park. It's just a
I think
hassle,
anywhere
dude.
in any city
It's
downtown
just
sucks.
hassle. It's just a hassle, man. You know.
I got to go downtown in like 3 weeks. My wife bought tickets for us to go see Van Morrison
Mhm.
playing like this small venue. I think it seats like 1,000 or something
Damn, he's
like
still
that. But-
freaking doing shows.
yeah, man, he's been on my bucket list for a long time to be like see before he dies. You know what I mean? There's a few out there.
Yeah,
that-
my mom used to listen to shit out of that dude,
dude, I love Van Morrison.
Van Morrison.
Oh fuck me.
He has a song about a window cleaner.
Good
Yes.
for him.
Yeah.
He's like he doesn't look how he sounds at all. He's just looks like this crazy old drunk like redhead guy, and you hear his voice, you're like, this is not what I imagined you look like at
Right.
all.
Yeah. It's weird how that is.
Yeah, sometimes you hear a
Sometimes
voice.
you hear a voice and then see a face. And you're like, wow, that makes no sense. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Especially if you talk to customers, you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
yeah.
on the phone, then you
Yeah.
go to their house, you're like, what the fuck? This is not what I
Right.
expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strange.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm hoping that good things. I hope that this streak of. I hope it keeps going. I mean, we'll see how everything goes. You know what I mean? I know, you know, like everything is super weird right now. So who knows what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? Everything's crazy. So
Yeah.
hopefully everything continues to get better. That's all that we can hope for. Is just things getting better every day. You know, everybody staying busy and.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, what else?
Like you focus on what you can control, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And that's all you got.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be smart with your money, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Or, it's it's weird. So it feels weird. I don't know if like anything bad's gonna happen. It just feels strange.
Yeah, everything just seems like on edge, you know.
Yeah. Been that way for a little while now, though. It's been
Yeah,
a couple of years that it's felt weird.
probably 8 at least years it's felt like this. You know what I mean? The first 4 years were cool because we were all making money and stuff, and now it's like, oh, I don't know. We're still making money, but man, things are super expensive right now.
You can make all the money you want. You can't afford to buy shit.
Yeah,
right
things
now. It's
things are
fucking
super
crazy.
expensive right now.
My wife and I went to Costco on a Sunday, and then Publix, which is like what do you got, Shaw's up there, or
Hey man, I like
we
some
got
Dave
Publix.
Matthews Band, like a little bit of Dave Matthews, but there ain't no fucking way you will catch me at a Dave Matthews concert. Ain't never gonna happen. No one's gonna take pictures of me watching that.
Yeah,
So,
it's not.
I
It's
love
not my
you, Swagger
wheelhouse.
Wagger, but I ain't gonna be up in the pit at the Dave Matthews concert, my dude. He's
Yeah.
like $30, bro.
Yeah.
Come to Nashville. I'm smooth on that. Smooth on it, cuz. Who's opening up for him? Blues Traveler? What the fuck we got going? I don't know, for real.
Blues Traveler. I want to see that guy in his Twinkie vest.
he's not dead yet, that big dude.
No,
I don't
no,
know, but he was a hell of a.
Last time I seen him, he had a gastric bypass.
Yeah, he had lost a bunch of weight. Last time I
Yeah.
seen him, yeah. I don't know how well he's doing now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know
that's
he
kind of
lost
what
a
you
bunch
do.
of weight. Huh?
He said stone to the bone. So that's about what you do at a Dave Matthews concert. Is
Yeah.
get high as shit.
Yeah.
Hang out with people in khaki shorts.
Yeah, I'm smooth on it, dude. I'm good. What would you say? Not a lot. I'm out of here.
It works up.
I'm smooth on it, cuz.
Crash.
Smooth on it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Live music is pretty much like, I don't know. I'm cool on it. In big crowds like that, I'm cool. Cool with it.
I'm getting back.
I've been
into
to some shit. I've seen a bunch of shit. I just like, and now I don't really like the way people are right now.
Well, not
Not a
only
fan
that,
of
I mean,
it.
I don't know how
I'm
true it is, but it doesn't matter what you listen to. I see people scalping tickets for $800
Dude.
a piece. That ain't fucking happening, dude.
No.
You know?
I just some of the pricing on some of this shit is just like,
Nope.
dude, what do we got
Nope.
going on here?
Nope.
It all depends on what you go.
Like
with.
last year, I was gonna buy your tickets for like $26 for like, and then this year it's like fucking it's like $100 been tacked onto that all of a sudden for the same
Right.
seat.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
like-
what's going on?
You
Yeah,
see it online.
Those tickets for where we went in Nashville for that concert we went to, I think Hannah said she paid like $300 a piece, and they were fucking nosebleeds.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
fucking
that's-
crazy. Are they trying to make back from COVID, or what is the deal?
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I think there's so many hands out on live events. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think there's so many people in the line with their hands out. It just,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just charging a shit ton. I mean, I used to like going to like, I don't know, 3 or 4 concerts a year or like shows, whatever. Like
I
just
love
some-
live music, but I like to see, if I'm going to go see live music, I want to see it in a small setting. I don't want to see it no big
Yeah.
fucking hootie doo concert. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to.
I want to be
Motherfuckers all
like,
pushed up on you and shit. I ain't trying to. I did all that. I did that for years. I'm smooth on that. I'm like good. I have no problem watching that shit from the roof. You know what I mean? But when you watch it from the roof and it's still $9 gajillion to go see it, I'm like, fuck, I'm out, man. Like, no way, dude. There's plenty of good musicians out there that aren't like selling fucking multi-platinum albums. You can go out and see good music just about anywhere if you try hard enough. You know what I mean? You just gotta go looking for it. A lot of good musicians out there. Always support your local music scene, for real. Always.
Cleveland's had a good music scene for about 50, 60 years now, probably longer.
I got buddies that, you know, are in the music scene that are, you know, still out there doing it to it. You know what I mean? You gotta support your local guys. You know what I mean? You gotta do that.
My brother just.
Yeah, your brother's a musician, isn't or?
Well, he wasn't. But he's a sound engineer for.
That's right.
What the fuck is his name? No. Clay Walker.
He's
Clay Walker's sound engineer. They did Clay Walker, Tracy Lawrence, and someone else, 30,000 seats. My brother was like, "There's not a ticket for less than $300 and something," and I'm like, "Those guys are pretty good, but I'm not spending that to see them." You know? He's like,
it's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money, dude. Like the
best if you have to travel,
live show that I've gone to, any kind of live show, the best last one I went to was we seen Joe Rogan at the Masonic Theater in Cleveland. That was pretty cool.
It
was hot as fuck up in that motherfucker though, bro.
Yeah.
No air conditioning. We was in there roasting, boy. But Joe came out. That's the one where that's the show where I don't know if you ever seen it on YouTube, but Joe and Coleman going at it backstage. That's the show we were at. That it happened. We seen that happen. You could see. Yeah. It was kind of weird after all. Everything was super weird after that. It was good still. It was still a good time.
Yeah,
we seen Joey Diaz live too. That was pretty fucking good.
I'm sure that was funny as shit.
We had Aaron Lewis was just here at the Seminole Hard Rock, but it sold out. I wanted to go. I would have stood the crowd for that, but
we were gonna go. We were gonna go see him here, and he was gonna be down in Tiff, and they added a show, and it sold out in fucking 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
They added a show, and it sold out in 5 minutes. I'm like, not only am I paying, for Jennifer likes Aaron Lewis. She was a Stained fan. She's seen him at concert live once. She showed that dude her boobs, floozy.
Yeah.
She'll be mad at me when she sees that or hears that. She's probably mad at me right now. I'm probably in trouble. But we seen him. But I mean, you know, and he's really good live. That dude is he's a really good live act.
I liked halfway through the show, from what I've seen because I haven't been. The band leaves. He pulls out a bar stool.
He did the
and
same
just grabs an acoustic guitar. That's talent to me. He don't need all the other bullshit. He's good. And he's a great songwriter.
He gives the band. When we seen him, he kind of gives the band a break, does a couple of songs, then they'll come back out and. It was pretty cool, man. It was a good show, dude.
Yeah, I would go see.
But I would love to see the dude again. But you know, like it was a small place. It wasn't going to be huge. But that motherfucker still sold out in 5. I'm like, dude, there's no way, cuz.
Yeah.
No, I was going to go see Jelly Roll and Yellow Wolf. The price that they were asking for them tickets, I'm like, no.
You think with their fan base too that they would like maybe.
Yeah, I was when I seen that because I signed up for the whole thing and I seen. I'm like, no way, bro.
About 5-7 years ago, Kid Rock did a tour with I think $10 tickets, and he was interviewed and he goes, "How do you plan to do this for $10?" And he goes, "Because I want everybody to come see my music, and anyone who can afford $10 can come see my music." And he goes, "So instead of selling 10,000 seats, I'm going to sell 40,000 seats. That's how I'm doing it." And he did. He did $10 a seat.
Who was that?
General Kid Rock.
Oh.
And dude, he travels with like 300 people in his band.
That's Mark's favorite fucking.
No, he's not my favorite, but he puts on a good show.
He shot that beer with his machine gun and everything.
When he does the rap shit, I cover my ears. I don't like the rap shit, but some of his stuff is. He's a fucking talented
Mark
dude.
said when he starts rapping, I cover my ears. Like
well,
that is the fucking most racist
I just
thing.
Tune it out because it's fucking annoying. Why? Because I'm annoyed by that. It's annoying.
Earmuffs.
I bring my headphones.
Hey, Ritz. Hey, listen, my favorite. Hey, keep going, guys. Keep talking. Before we get kicked off of YouTube, I'll fucking because I know I'm gonna get kicked off for playing this.
Play
But
something?
huh?
Yeah, no, for playing music.
I'm about to play something, yeah. But whatever, it's all good.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunate for me, all the music I listen to is like $50 and under for tickets. Most of the time, it's
This
like
is
20.
my favorite. Hey, this is my favorite shit. Listen, man.
Smoke some bitch.
Smoke some
Blow a
bitch.
kiss to my dick. Wash my body with the sponge. See me flavor races. Put the
Bronx.
chronic in my lungs.
Action Bronson and Riff Raff, Bird on a Wire. Look that shit up. That's my favorite song.
I know
Some
that
Action
song.
Bronson.
Mark, if like I said before when the podcast started, unless Mark thinks it's cool, it's not cool, guys. What's funny is he doesn't even like what a fucking like. I just don't understand, man. Like you're playing the whole Voxer list live on the shit here, dude. Hey, dude!
So,
Hey, dude!
It's off.
Like, fuck, that is terrible, man.
Be doing that.
I mean,
There's
this
nothing
dude-
on there that can't get
Right,
out.
okay, buddy. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week before Mark destroys everything.
The rest of our
Squeegee
audience.
left.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Mark Tanner out of control, man. He's out of control, dude.